Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. Today we're reviewing this, the Nike Pegasus version 40. So does life begin at 40 for the Nike Pegasus, or is this in desperate need of a big overhaul? Well, see what Nike have put into it. We're going to talk about all the facts and figures, my likes, dislikes, and is it going to rotation? Right, stay tuned. Let's get the Nike Pegasus 40 done. So thanks very much for joining us for another review here on the channel. Before we start, I bought this shoe 100% with my own money off the Nike website here in the UK to give you that completely unbiased, impartial review. Now we'll split this video up into our usual sections. We'll start out talking about the facts and figures, move on to say what's changed from the Nike Pegasus 39, what's new in this one, my likes, my dislikes, and is it going into rotation? And then finally, the conclusion at the end. Feel free to move your mouse around and have a look at what you want to know. Right, let's get started with the facts and figures. So this shoe cost me £115 here in the UK. It's going to be about 130 US dollars or 130 euros. There's a 10mm drop in the shoe, 33mm at the back, 23mm stack height at the front. It has put on a tiny bit of weight, about 347 grams now, up about 7 grams for me in my UK size 12. It's a neutral shoe and very much one of the classics of the daily trainer market. A shoe that should be able to do everything pretty well, and you can use it for a lot of wide variety of runs. It's a shoe that is really going to be most happy on the road. You could take it maybe on some very light trail. The outsole's pretty hard wearing here. There is a mesh upper to the shoe, and in the midsole you've got Nike's classic React foam with 2 air pods, one at the front and one in the heel of the shoe as well. And then a hard wearing rubber outsole on at the bottom of the shoe to complete it. In terms of a minimal, maximal, I'd say this is a pretty sort of medium shoe in the amount of cushioning that is on offer here. There's no carbon plate in this shoe. There are 2 different widths available in the shoe. The regular one, which I've got here, or if you have slightly wider feet, you can go opt for the wider option on the Nike website. And finally, this was true to size for me in my UK size 12. Exactly the same size as I got in the 39, the 38 and the 37. So yeah, all good on that front. So today's question of the day, if you want to run maybe a sub 3 marathon and get yourself one of our all new sub 3 club t-shirts available on benparks.com, you've got to do a lot of miles, and in shoes like this where you really will rack up a lot of miles. But are you a big fan of the Pegasus line, or are you one of the ones that says it's a bit outdated and you prefer something else? What do you prefer? Let us know down in the comments. We'll be great to catch up all things running shoes down there. So let's have a chat about the differences between the 40 and the outgoing 39. Well, there's a new mesh update. It's slightly softer, a little bit more stretchy, should be a little bit more room in the toe box, which I can feel, so I'll go along with that. And it's a slightly wider fit. And also in the midfoot, the flywire system, this is my girlfriend's shoe, just here, the flywire system, how the shoe was locked down has disappeared. And now they've got this new system. I don't really know what to call it, but I'll just say, pointing out here, I'm not sure if Nike have named it, just to try and improve the lockdown. Well, there was nothing wrong with the lockdown on the 39, and all that's done is really add a little bit of extra weight to the shoe. So they've sort of solved a problem that wasn't really a problem, so I don't really understand that. But that's what they've done, that's the update. But anyway, let's move on to have a chat about the likes. Right, the likes. So my first one here is this new upper, really good lockdown fit I'm getting from this as well. Good ventilation through the shoe. And yeah, it just feels a little bit more stretchy. There's a little bit more room in there. So if the last one felt slightly on the narrow side, I think you'll find this one a little bit more comfortable in the toe box. Didn't get any hot spots, no rubbing, all around good comfort, good arch support as well. You can feel that. I'm not sure if they've made some change in there. It just felt a little bit more supportive through the arch of the shoe there as well. My second like is the durability of the shoe. It's been a Pegasus staple. This rubber outsole of the shoe should last most people up to that 1000k, about 600 miles. People that are looking for a shoe that is going to be good value for money, which this one is pretty good value for money at the price point around about that £110, with one that's going to last very well. You guarantee, well, guaranteed as far as you can tell, to get that sort of 600 miles in it. Now my third like, and this could be a negative or it could be a positive, so let me know your thoughts down below, But it's a very predictable shoe. It's a predictable update. Many of us want this shoe to be innovated with new foams and new everything, but for a lot of people, they just want something you can walk in the shop. It's going to be predictable, dependable. It's going to look after them well. They can wear it to the gym. It's just one of those shoes that can do absolutely everything. If you're taking it out for 2-3 runs a week, do your 5K and your 10K, it's going to look after you just fine. Now moving on to the dislikes. Now, contrary to what I've just said, this is why I said it could be a bit of a positive, bit of a negative. It's still, even in this 40th version, it's a very boring, unresponsive ride. It is very much on the firm side. These AirPods you have in the shoe matched with the React foam. It's just very, very dull and just not that much fun to run in compared to some of the rivals out there. It's very dated. There's no energy return. The shoe's just really not doing anything for you. There's no rocker. There's really just no innovation. It's pretty lazy, really. It's a company the size of Nike and all the innovation they put into their high-end running shoes, which some of the best in the world, just has not filtered down into their more daily shoes as yet. This is crying out for a big update. We haven't seen it in version 40, and hopefully we will on the next one. So yeah, some ZoomX foam in here, just a little bit in there to mix in with the React foam, just to give it a little bit more of a responsive, a little bit more fun, engaging, enjoyable ride would be great. Take out these old AirPods as well. The upper is all great, but it's just this midsole. It's just really not good, and it's so old-fashioned now. My second dislike is trying to get up to speed, even trying to get up to marathon pace in this shoe is just lethargic and hard work. It just really doesn't have any pace in there. As I said earlier, if you're just someone that's going out for 2 or 3 runs a week, maybe a bit of a thrash out at park run at the weekend, you enjoy your running, but running's not your whole life like it is for me, then it's going to be fine for you. But if you take your running a little bit more seriously, want to get better and improve, you're going to need another shoe in your rotation. This is not a shoe that you can really run. You're not going to get your best out of yourself with this shoe. So a bit of a conclusion, and is this going into my rotation? Well, I'd say the best thing about the Pegasus 40 is the fact that 39 is going to be going on sale. So if you're a big fan of the Pegasus lineup and you want to know if it's worth upgrading to this one, I'd say definitely not at this stage. Just go out and get the 39. The very small incremental updates, and this one's heavier as well. It's just not worth paying that big premium. So is it going to my rotation? Well, sadly not. I've got a lot of other shoes to review. We'll be sticking this pair on eBay to try and recover some of this money so we can invest it in some new shoes to get out and test and bring you these more reviews coming up very soon. So there we have it, guys. I've enjoyed testing this shoe. Let me know your thoughts down below. If you're a fan of the Pegasus line, this is great. We'd just love to see a little bit more innovation because this shoe could be superb, could be fantastic, and yeah, hopefully, fingers crossed, 41 will deliver that. We've just got another year to wait, but lots more shoes to run in the meantime. That's it, guys. Hope your running's going well, and we'll catch up very soon in the next one.